These founders are using data to help agents, not disrupt them. Welcome Mike Schneider of First, Charles Williams of Buyside, and Jonathan Eisen, founder and CEO of AmyTree, and your moderator, Katie Maxwell.
Hello, there I am. How are you guys this morning? Okay, great, it's Friday. We were just talking backstage, like the people that are here, like are really interested in hearing what these three have to say, because otherwise you'd be home sleeping because it's Friday and you're ready to go home. So I'm excited to be up with these three really smart gentlemen, and they have a lot to share, and they really are here to make products that are for the good of us, not just to make a penny, which I'm assuming that is also pretty great, but they've really created products that benefit our business, and as a broker, I appreciate all three of you. So first I want to start and have you introduce yourselves and tell us about your product. And by the way, this is not a sponsored panel. They're not here to sell anything. Like Brad really appreciates what they do. So we'll start with you.
Sure, my name is Mike Schneider. Founded a company called First, and we really believe that real estate is centered around relationships, and we have seen that one of the most challenging things is consistently strategically growing your listing side of the business. So we've brought together some of the best data scientists and engineers and some of the best data to identify when people are going to list, particularly within your network, and help you get to them 9 months before they start thinking about it, so you can start adding value ahead of time.
Wow, that sounds really awesome. With so many products in the market, so many of them seem really redundant to us as agents. Actually, they don't. It's just another one pops in our head, and we're like, it's better. I'm going to get that. God, I'm in a contract. I don't know what to do. Tell me, in your opinion, how can an agent choose to, a product that's not redundant, or what do we need to look for that really assists us in, being better?
So I mean, I think that the redundancy really comes down to workflow. So many people do things just slightly differently than one another, and for example, our product certainly has overlap with other products. It's really about how you transact your business, how you move through your day, and the things that feel native and sensible to you. So that's one thing, right? When you're looking at a product, does it fit in with the way you work? And then the other thing that I think about when it comes to redundancy is you want a product that doesn't create new work for you, right? So for example, if you can choose a product that's well integrated into the things that you're already doing, into the tool set that you already use, that'll save you steps instead of creating more work. And at the end of the day, you got to choose products that whose value eclipses the cost of using it. I don't mean financial cost, I mean like sort of the mental and emotional cost of adopting another product.
Great. What do you think?
Yeah, I would second a lot of what John was saying. How you work is so important. And so if you work very relationally, I think you need to look for products that are going to fit with exactly how you run your business. And so we call that workflow in technology land. But I think that's one side of it. But the other part is, data is so important. Your data is so important, and so switching costs are high, in terms of moving things around. And so I would recommend, asking, does your platform integrate with other systems? Do you have a good API? Because the next products that are coming down the road need to be able to integrate if it adds something to that workflow. So, for instance, Contactually, we just launched a partnership with them because they have a great API, and so we can offer our service in that workflow for people who are already using it.
Well, it's interesting. I've been coming to this conference for 5 years now, and I still, when I go home, I'm a broker, and I'm trying to make sure my agents can be as successful as possible. So even when you're talking to me, it's still a little foreign, even though I've been here and I've been, attempting to learn. So I'm assuming that some of the people in the audience, it may be a little foreign to them too. So it's nice to hear from you that, we can call you and those questions. Tell me specifically, like the questions that you just said, like what do they need to ask when they're about to purchase a new technology that actually, tell us in our language, like
Sure.
what we should ask you.
And some of that should come on us as technology companies. So,
right.
Questions that your technology company should be asking you is, how do you run your business? And are you making phone calls? Or what are the systems and positioning their product to speak to you? But I think asking, does this integrate with the other systems you currently have? Or do you have plans for integrations with others? And, especially things like Gmail and Outlook and all those, so all your data can be flowing through all those.
This is when you guys are taking notes, if you're taking them, because I promise you'll go home and you'll start to try to buy something and think, God, what did he say up there? What do you think?
Well, I actually have an anecdote about this, and this kind of ties to the topic of data, right? Real estate agents, you guys are sitting on tremendous amounts of data about your clients and your prospects and your transactions, And we know that real estate agents think very carefully if you're going to adopt a solution. How does that data get used, right? Is it going to be used to benefit you? Is it going to be used to benefit others, the company that you're entrusting with it? And so one of the questions that I really encourage you guys to ask yourselves when you're trying out new technology is, if I'm going to put sensitive information into the system, how's it going to get used? Is it going to serve me? Am I going to get value out of that? And a good place to start, and I know this sounds like a tedious chore when you're trying out a new product, but a good place to start is really with the company's terms of use and privacy policy. And I was actually kind of astounded, when I went to craft these documents for our company, our legal counsel told me, let's just use a boilerplate thing. It doesn't matter. Nobody reads these things, and we should just protect the company. And I said, I don't think that's the right approach. As a company, we want to really help our customers, our users, understand what's going to happen. This is basically, there's a transaction going around when you sign up for a product. It's your data, you're inputting it in, and the company's going to benefit, and that's okay. There's no reason that companies shouldn't benefit from your use of their product. But you need to make sure that it's a good exchange for you, that you feel comfortable with it, that's consistent with your values and your ideals, and you should look for companies that speak to those values and ideals and respect you, don't just look at you as a target for your data, but really kind of look at it as a mutually beneficial relationship. So start there, even if it's tedious. You'll find the companies right away that have thought about those policies versus the ones that just slap something up.
That's hugely important. The ones that are just looking for our data, which is something that we struggle with on a daily basis. Where I come from, our brokerage have rolled things out and been told that it's going to be this amazing thing, and they're going to be there for us 100%. And maybe we got into it when the company was really small still, and they couldn't adapt to the size of our brokerage, even though it's not very big. And then the adoption rate's so bad, and I lose agents, and it's just a bad deal. So that is the perfect question. We didn't even talk about the name of this panel. It's these data whiz kids, I'm sure you like being called that, that are not trying to disrupt the industry, but they're, again, trying to help us. So as you all grow and mature into your companies, how will you continue to, not disrupt, but assist? Do you have plans for your business?
Yeah, we really see the real estate agent as the central business unit. You guys run everything in this industry, and so it's exciting to see all the opportunities coming from a data background and engineering background to help give you guys superpowers. So knowing when people are going to move, and if everyone in this room could know who's going to be moving the next 9 months, I think would really help with efficiency and with driving deeper relationships with the right people. And so each of our additional products that we're rolling out are taking some other chunk of your workflow and saying, can we make it smarter? Can we help you guys work faster? Can we help you do something in maybe a different way that we haven't thought about because of the data that's now available about consumers too?
It's interesting when Brad and his team call me and they say, these are the gentlemen that we want you to talk to. I get to stalk you guys and research you a little bit, and I find out things that I'm in my own little bubble I haven't even gotten to see. And everyone was excited about all three of you. Like, why didn't I think of that kind of thing? Well, also because I don't have your brain and I would have never been able to do it. But it's such a good idea to put it out there. Like, this is the buyer that I have. Like, hey, sellers, come to me to put it in our language. That's kind of what it is on a very elementary level. But I got a buyer. Hey, sellers, come to me. So my agents will probably be reaching out to you. So I appreciate that very much. Thank you, gentlemen, very, very much. I hope everyone took something good from that.